Imagine a basketball legend so confident in his own game that he openly criticized one of the greatest players of his era for freezing up in big moments. That's exactly what Dennis Rodman did when he took aim at David Robinson, the iconic center of the San Antonio Spurs. But here's where it gets controversial. Was Rodman's critique a valid assessment of Robinson's clutch performance? Or was it just another example of the Hall of Famer's fiery, unfiltered personality? Let's dive into the drama, the debates, and the legacy of a short-lived but explosive partnership. Rodman's 2-year stint with the Spurs, 1995 to 1997, was a roller coaster of highs and lows. While he dominated the boards, winning 2 rebound titles and helped the team reach the playoffs, his time in San Antonio was marred by tension. The problem? A clash of philosophies. Rodman, known for his relentless work ethic and eccentric off-court behavior, couldn't stomach Gregg Popovich's attempts to rein in his antics. But the bigger issue? His disdain for David Robinson's approach to pressure situations. If David Robinson didn't freeze up in big games, San Antonio might have been a true championship team, Rodman wrote in his autobiography. The comments sparked a firestorm. Critics argued that Robinson, a 2-time NBA champion and one of the league's most dominant centers, was being unfairly painted as a choker. Supporters of the Admiral countered that Rodman's own reputation for thriving in clutch moments, like his iconic 1992 Olympic gold medal game performance, gave him no right to judge. The tension wasn't just about game-time pressure. Rodman's confidant, Jack Haley, revealed that the rebound king also clashed with Robinson over practice habits. While Rodman pushed himself to exhaustion during drills, Robinson, despite his immense talent, adopted a more measured approach. Dave would sit out 30 practices by January with tendinitis or soreness, Haley explained. Dennis saw that as a lack of commitment. But here's the twist. Robinson tried to bridge the gap. He reached out repeatedly, inviting Rodman to lunch or bonding over basketball. Yet Rodman, ever the enigma, refused to engage. He wouldn't respond, Haley said. Dave was trying to build a connection, but Dennis just didn't care. The fallout was inevitable. After 2 seasons, the Spurs traded Rodman to the Chicago Bulls for backup center Will Perdue. A move that stunned many. Rodman quipped, "Now David must think it's a basketball team again with Will Perdue." But the trade turned out to be a win-win. The Bulls, led by Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan, embraced Rodman's chaos. And the trio of Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman went on to complete a historic three-peat. Meanwhile, the Spurs regrouped. Gregg Popovich took over as head coach in 1996, and the next summer, they drafted Tim Duncan, with Robinson and Duncan forming a legendary duo. The Spurs became a dynasty. So, who was right? Was Robinson's freezing up a real issue, or was Rodman's criticism just another chapter in his love-hate relationship with authority? And does a player's work ethic in practice even matter if they deliver in the playoffs? Share your thoughts in the comments. This one's sure to spark a debate.